Good day, fellow investors. In this video I want to discuss Sibanye, platinum palladium producer, and the story of investing in cyclicals, where a lot of people lose their money, but there are great fortunes to be made. You just need to do it properly. And if you have been following my channel for the last 7 years, I've told you to buy oil in September 2020, before the pandemic, copper stocks. So all those things, if you look at those cycles, did well. And let's look and let's follow commodities to see whether those will do better in the future. This today will just be an overview on PGMs that Sibanye is producing on my research platform. You can check the link in the description below. I also discuss other commodities, and we are just waiting for the right time to jump in, and that right time can always be around the corner. And let's now discuss Sibanye for an educational video on commodities, and maybe also an opportunity because the stock is really down. So if you look at the company, it's a diversified producer of various metals, even gold, battery metals, platinum, palladium, rhodium. And if you look at the stock price over the last few years, it has really done badly. Now we are 80% down, and usually with cyclicals, when those are 80% down, that's the time to look at those, because when the cycle reverts again, this is what you can get. And this is a 10x. 10x is not a bad return, 9-10x. You just need to watch the cycle and understand what's going on. And that is also why I'm doing this video, to show you how over a decade you watch something and you just need to nail it once. But if you nail it, and it can be done because you watch the right things, then you make a great return, and that is what is worth it. You have to also be careful to avoid what most people do, and that is to invest in the wrong part of the cycle. And when I look at Sibanye, I was getting a lot of comments, questions, emails, probably one a week here, and then here also, because everyone expected the rebound that happened. So 2021, 2022, a lot of comments, a little bit comments, and for the last 6 months I haven't received any comments about Sibanye, which means investors have capitulated, nobody cares, and that means now is the time to look at this. And let's look into the company. They have palladium, platinum, some gold, uranium, and they're also investing in other things for growth. But when it comes to commodities, as they say in their presentation, it starts and it ends in the market. So it all depends on market prices. And on the outlook, now we are in a market downturn that's also reflected in the stock price. So also negative market sentiment. The question is whether internal combustion engines will continue to dominate, grow, or electrical vehicles will take over. And that is also then the key for Sibanye and for their markets. If you look at what is necessary for the market to be in metals of palladium and platinum, we need to remove a few million ounces from supply just to the market to become in balance. And then Sibanye is expecting changes to that in 2028, 2027, and that is exactly when you can expect the 10x's, but you need to follow and not forget about Sibanye if you want to get that benefit, because now prices have crashed of palladium and therefore the stock is following. Similar situation with rhodium. There was this boom, Sibanye was making a lot of money, everything was booming, but now the question is, how fast will global electric cars take over, take charge? And China leads there the question, and China has sold more electric vehicles, purely electric vehicles, than internal combustion vehicles this year, and that is something impacting also Sibanye. Prices of the basket of these commodities are now way below cost, but it will take another year or two for this to adjust to market. And likely what we are seeing, we have discussed also Stellantis, 27% crash in sales, and they just lower production by 8%, which then impacts the whole market. But the downturn in the car industry might last for a while still, and therefore I'm saying not yet when it comes to Sibanye. Plus, they are still investing in the projects, because every project, when you invest, you need 2 years of planning, making decisions, saying yes. And in 2021 they had a lot of money and they did a lot of new projects that are now backfiring. But they say how PGM metals should go up because internal combustion engines will do great. But then the next slides with them is how there will be huge lithium needed because of the electrification of everything, and they are investing in that. So they need to also justify their Kerber project in Finland, and now they say electrical cars will grow and everything will be great. They say lithium is expected, again, oversupply here, and only then going into undersupply. So again, they are investing now to get profit on that, but that's also weighing on their balance sheet. However, going back to PGMs, you have to see here, platinum and palladium, most of the demand comes from automobiles. So 60% is related to the automotive industry, and the automotive industry is in a secular decline now. So much oversupply, competition, electric vehicles. We had a boom a year, 2 years ago. I would wait another year to see what the proper damages will be. This is very interesting with cyclicals. 2 years ago it was all about dividends, investing. Now it's all about balance sheet strength and debt management, restructuring costs, maintaining financial flexibility. Now suddenly debt covenants are an issue, while a year ago they would make their debt in EBITDA in 1 year. But no, they didn't pay back the debt. They went on an investing plan. Let's invest more, let's build more, let's put more supply. And that is normally for commodities, for cyclicals. When things are good, everyone goes to invest, to build more, and that leads to oversupply, that leads to crashing prices, and it takes a few years for that cycle to revert. Apart from the investing, they didn't pay down debt. Look, no dividends and then huge payments in dividends, and now they have debt issues. Here we look at the free cash flows, 2.5 billion US dollars, and now the free cash flow is negative to negative $500 million US dollars. And there is 2 billion of debt. Now covenants are an issue, etc. And this is now the result here. And timing, watching, you can make 5x likely somewhere here in the next decade if you know what to time and how. For now, they are losing money, as I said, $500 million per year. That is an issue, so watch that. They have the Keliber lithium project in Finland. They have issues of how they wanted to acquire some mines in Brazil. Then they retreated. Now that's a $500 million potential legal cost there. But let's discuss the investment strategy with cyclicals. Sibanye looks bad now, but that's exactly the time to look at cyclicals. I keep telling people that, but nobody wants to listen. When things look great, automotives with 10% dividends, miners with dividends, flushing money investments, that's when people want to look. Now, congratulations if you came to this part of the video, because I'll check the retention rate and then put it in a comment section, because very few will stick to here. And we can discuss cyclicals, Peter Lynch, the king of cyclicals. This is the video you must watch. And there I tell you how cyclicals flourish when the economy is good, suffer when the economy is bad, or automotive in this case. 50% drops or 80% drops are normal, as you have seen with Sibanye. You can wait for years before the next upswing. That's why the stock is going down. People don't want to wait years. And the unwary stock picker most easily parts with his money doing the wrong thing. Timing is everything. Watch for inventories oversupply balances and for new market entrants. For now, everything is still high there on the huge cash that the businesses invested in the last few years, and I need to watch those cycles when there is no more new entrants, when inventories start to get tight, then it will boom again for a 5x, but we'll watch about that. Know your cyclical, that is the key. That's why also I'm doing this video, to watch things over time. You can follow it with me on my research platform. You get emailed bi-weekly. You don't have to watch all the videos and things like that. I think it's worth the price. There is a 21-day money-back guarantee, so check it out in the link in the description below. Make an informed decision.